शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं वर्णसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधीराक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
Stanza 2, second one. न कदाचिज्जगत्यस्मिन् तत्त्वज्ञो हन्त खिद्यति यत एकेन तेनेदं पूर्णं ब्रह्माण्डमण्डलम्। Now, the distaste of a jnana-nishtha towards the sense object is described with the help of an illustration. न जातु विषया कोऽपि स्वारामं हर्षयन्त्यमी सल्लकी पल्लव प्रीतमिवेभं निम्ब पल्लवाः। स्वारामम् अमी केपि विषयाः न जातु हर्षयन्ति सल्लकी पल्लव प्रीतम इभम निवेभम इधर मिव प्रीतम इव इभम that take इभम निम्ब पल्लवाः इव Swaramam, this person is a jnana-nishtha. He is described as Swaramaha. Who is Swaramaha? Swasmin Atmani eva asamantat ramate iti Swaramaha tam. Swasmin, in self, in oneself. What is in oneself? What is that? In Atma, in one's own Swarupa. Asamantat ramate, one who totally delights. Generally people delight in Vishayas, but this person is the one who delights in oneself because on the Swarupa he is able to cognize directly. So आसमन्तात् रमते सः यः रमते सः Swaramah tam unto that. Means this jnana nishtha, one is jivan mukta, swaramam, ami kepi vishayaha, ami these, kepi vishayaha, any vishayas, means any of this, irrespective of what type of vishayas, means A to Z of all the vishayas, sense object, he says, najatu harshayanti. Jatu means kadachit, at any time. Najatu means never. So najatu means never. Najatu, never. Harshayanti means they never delight him. That is, to the person who always delights in one's own true nature, any of these sense objects can never delight. How so? An illustration is now being given. Sallaki pallava pritam ibham iva. Ibham iva. So Sallaki pallava prita. Pallava means tender leaves. Sallaki is the name of a Sallaki or Shallaki is the name of a tree. I don't know what it is. Anyone from Kerala? Elephants like it seems. Huh? Palm it is? Huh? Huh? Is it like palm tree? Maybe that's particular. The tender leaves of the Sallaki, I think in English, Shorea robust. Shorearobusta. I don't know what it is. Maybe that's certain type of palm tree. They say these elephants like those tender leaves very much. So they are fond of these elephants. It is like this. Sallaki pallava pritam ibham. Means the elephant which delights in these tender leaves of Sallaki tree, Nimba pallavaha iva. Iva, yatha, just as Nimba pallavaha. Nimba pallava means neem leaves. Will it delight in that? In the bitter one? So the one who delights in such the Sallaki tender leaves will never delight in the neem leaves. So like that, just like that, the Swaramaha, the person who delights in one's own limitless Ananda Swarupa, can never delight in sense objects. So that is why the Vairagya is perfect. Because that means there is no hankering, there is no taste for that. Because Atma Swarupa is so Ananda Swarupa, so like that. So this Swatma Aramaha, that is Jivan Mukta, Jnana Nishtha, never delights in sense objects. Suppose, by prarabdha, he is indulging in sense object. What is his attitude? What is the attitude of other person who ajnani when delights in sense object? Oh, this is very nice. From where did you get it? Huh? How I will get it? I think I should have it. I think from Mahabaleshwar I can carry now. I think when you come I should take the weight of your luggage. While returning again you weigh the luggage. You will know the difference. So like that. So how is that? Like this is. That is certainly because Mahabaleshwar, no, Girivihar Hotel. Special treatment of Girivihar Hotel. That is of course. So, therefore is it. Now, by just prarabdha, this person may, that means take to some sense enjoyment minimum like eating, etc., etc. So that is indispensable. Without that, the body can't survive. At such time, what is the disposition of this person? Yastu bhogeshu bhukteshu nabhavatyadhivasitaha. Abhukteshu nirakankshi tadrisho bhava durlabha. Yastu bhukteshu bhogeshu adhivasitaha na bhavati. यहा तु भुक्तेषु भोगेषु अधिवासितः न भवति अभुक्तेषु निराकांक्षी एड आत्मतृप्तत्वात् अभुक्तेषु निराकांक्षी एड आत्मतृप्तत्वात् तादृशः भवदुर्लभः यहा तु is such this jnani only, this jnani with nishtha in the knowledge. Bhukteshu bhogeshu. Bhogeshu in the sense objects, sense enjoyment, sense objects which have been bhuktani. Bhuktani means which have been enjoyed. Means whatever sense object this jnana nishtha or the jivan mukta has enjoyed, so in that adhivasitaha na bhavati. Adhivasita means asaktaha, attached. This person doesn't get attached to the sense objects which he has enjoyed because of prarabdha. Otherwise, even while eating, there's a big commentary going on what is being eaten. Oh, this is like that, that, that. I call it, bhojanopakhyana. Bhojanasya upakhyana, all big commentaries in ashrams also it is going on, whatever prepared, etc. And therefore what? I say Swamis also, and therefore the people come around him while eating, so that what? To listen all these commentaries. So like that. No. Is it? Yes. Like what you say, what is that? Kshudvyadhischa chikitsata. Hunger is that, what is the vyadhi? Hunger is a recurring disease like malarial, no? Recurring that fever comes, bouts of fever like that. It is that means a vyadhi, chikitsatam, you have to treat it. Because so long as the body is there, you have to give the food, that's all, not beyond that. So therefore, so in is not here, not just eating the food. Any sense objects he indulges in because of prarabdha. Adhivasitaha, asaktaha na bhavati. Oh, this is nice. I should see that next time also I get such thing. I should see where all it is available. I should keep in stock all these things. No, it's not there. He may take at that time, but no more. That is attached to those sense objects. That is fine. This is the attitude or disposition with respect to the sense object enjoyed by this person due to prarabdha. Suppose he has not got certain sense objects, he says, abhukteshu nirakangshi. As far as the abhukteshu means sense objects that are not enjoyed or indulged in by this person, nirakangshi, totally indifferent, no expectation whatsoever about those. Why? Atma truptatva. He is full and content in ananda. Because sense object, as told earlier, cannot give anything to this person. So therefore, totally indifferent towards those which he has not got or which he has not indulged in. Now, such a person, and of course, who is this person? Certainly, he is Swaramaha as described in the third stanza. He says, such a person with such attitude, Tadrishaha Bhavadurlabhaha. This person, Bhavadurlabha means Bhavi Samsara Sagare Durlabha. To get such person in this entire Samsara Sagara in the creation is very, very difficult. A Tikakara says, Kotishu Ekaha. In crores of people you may get one person like this, means one who has reached that level. Nishtha also is required. You see, we are not talking of a person who has got mere jnana, who has got so much of nishtha, means that deep rootedness in that, firm abidance in that, is the only rare person, he says, because one who is not attached to those sense objects enjoyed by him, nor hankers for those which are not, because he is totally content in one's own swarupa. Such a person is really rare. What are the other varieties compared to this person? Listen. Bubhukshureha samsare mumukshurapi drishyate भोग मोक्ष निराकांक्षी विरलो हि महाशयः इह संसारे बुभुक्षुः मुमुक्षुः अपि एड च अनेकधा एड च अनेकधा दृश्यते अनेकधा दृश्यते भोग मोक्ष निराकांक्षी महाशयः हि विरलः इह संसारे in this world, in this creation, such people are available in abundance. In fact, majority are of course, first variety is majority. Second, at least they are also available to some extent. Iha, in this samsara, in this world, bubukshuhu. Who is that bubukshu? Bhoktum ichhu, the one who is keen in enjoying the sense objects, worldly objects. So they are drishyat, such people are seen. Not only that, mumukshuhu api, even mumukshu. Maybe bubukshus are in majority, but mumukshus, those who have got to some extent vairagya and they have got intense yearning to get freed from samsara, such people also cha anekadha drishyati. Of different types, different varieties, such people are available. Bubukshus of varying degrees, mumukshus also of varying level. So they are certainly available. But this person is very rare to find. Who is this? Bhoga moksha nirakangshi. One nirakangshi, one who doesn't expect, means one who is indifferent towards both bhoga and moksha. How is it possible? Is it possible for any other lay person? Ajnani, just not possible. Because he has got knowledge and that firm abidance in knowledge, moksha is indifferent because already he has got moksha. Bhoga, he is not at all interested. So, bhoga moksha nirakangshi, one is totally indifferent towards both bhoga and moksha. Otherwise, majority are moksha nirakangshi. Yes or no? Indifferent towards moksha. Yes. You are just saying. And if you tell moksha, these fellows are nuts, they go unnecessarily waste time, etc. And going Mahabaleshwar, etc., they will tell. So, but here he indifferent towards both. Bhoga also is not interested. He is not interested in. Who is this person? Mahashayaha. Who is this Mahashayaha? A great person is called Mahashaya. Here it is not in that sense Mahashaya. See, Mahati Purne Brahmani Ashaya means Antakaranam Yasya Saha. Ashaya means receptacle. Receptacle here in the sense of Antakarana. The one whose Ashaya, one whose Antakarana is well absorbed where? Mahati. The one that is the biggest, what is that? Purne Brahmani. What does it mean? The one whose mind is totally absorbed in Swarupa. Jnana Nishtha. Jnana Samadhistha means the mind is already absorbed in the Swarupa. That Mahashayaha, he well known, Viralaha. Viralaha is very rare to find. Whereas these are in plenty available of varieties, bubukshus and mumukshus. Why do you say mumukshus also are, why bubukshus and mumukshus are of different types? People who have got desire for different types of sense object, and mumukshus have different types. Because vairagya is in varying degree. So vairagya is in varying degree. That means staunch vairagya to so-so vairagya, but still somewhere desire is there. So wherever discourses are there, they want to go. And whenever the TV programs are there, that also they want to see.
From the number of congregations, as the lectures are there, and Mukshishnu is more than the...
No.
Desire is that.
No, you take the population of Bombay. Even the so-called, I don't want to take the, where stadiums are getting full, etc. Even let us take, whatever it may be, whatever type of, no, there are certain kathakaras, especially kathakaras who are attracting means big stadiums get full. Even that let us take. Compared to the population of Bombay, how much it is? That way, nowadays fashion it has become what? Channel TV, all Adhyatma also comes there. But you know what type of, how they select, etc. That's an interesting thing. We know what it is. See, even it is like, what comes there, it is like a fly. Ramakrishna Paramahansa used to say, give an example of a fly. That fly sits on flowers also and filth also. Equally. There it also, Osho also comes and something else, because somebody is sponsoring that. What, you see, whatever the program on Adhyatma, etc. comes, not because of verifying, they don't have that discretion to verify which is the correct one, which is the wrong one. Whichever is sponsored and money they get, okay. Even trash thing in under the name of Adhyatma, you get a sponsor. And if real one is there, if sponsoring is not there, it will be dumped. We know that inside what is happening, okay? That's why they want money, that's why Osho. Because somebody is there who can sponsor, that's all. And afterward, somebody is saying, even there, on that they will superimpose the advertisement. What they are interested in, they are not interested in your spirituality. They are interested in their own business. Anyway, even there also, how many will listen? Of course, that statistic you may not get it. At least on such public this, you can get the figure, that is how many are attending. Even if the stadium is full, that number is just nothing. Just nothing compared to the population. I think, what is that, 120 lakhs? 1.2 crore. So compared to that, just nothing. I think even not 1%. So that means of varieties means the mumukshutva and vairagi is of at various level. There are various types of. Whereas this person is viralaha, rare. Even Lord Krishna has told, yatatam api siddhanam kaschinmam veti tatvataha. Even among those people who put forth efforts, who strive hard, only rare person is able to know in toto, in reality. So that is what that means, total such indifference even towards bhoga and moksha. Dharmartha kama moksheshu jivite marane tatha. Kasyapyudara chittasya heyo padeyata nahi. Kasya api udara chittasya, he, last, he, dharmartha kama moksheshu तथा जीविते मरणे च हेयोपादेयता न एड अस्ति. So such a Mahashaya was told as viralaha, means rare. Why? Because to find such a person is very difficult, means it is really rare indeed. Kaschit, that is, only some people can be, some person can be there. Kasya api udara chittasya means kasya api, that shows the rarity. Only someone very rare person can have such disposition. That's why that person is virala. Kasya api, who is that person? Udara chittasya. Udara can mean unperplexed, means without any confusion whatsoever about oneself, the Jagat and Ishvara. That is the proper meaning we can take. Otherwise, in general, Udara means exalted, proper or rich. Here, that means which is not confused, unperplexed. chitta. The one whose mind is not at all confused means one who has got the right knowledge in the right perspective. So, of such person, kasyapi udara chittasya, he, indeed, it can be very easily, that means observed in the world, dharmartha kama moksheshu, that with respect to these. That means with respect to these, he has no heyopadeyata. Heyata is not there, upadeyata is not there, means neither he is running after them, nor he is running away from them. So that is how it is. Not he is, that means he is totally indifferent. That is what was told, nirakangshi. That itself is one who has no heyopadeyata, is the person who is nirakangshi, one who is indifferent. With respect to what? Dharma, artha, kama, moksheshu. With respect to all the four purusharthas. Not only that, so again, jivite maran tatha so also, jivite maranecha. Indifferent towards jivita, that is life or marana, whether living or dying, that also he is indifferent. So therefore, with respect to this, heyopadeyata, that attitude of either acquiring or giving up, discarding, nasti, is not there. So that is why, means such person with such disposition, attitude, is is not there, is very difficult to find. That is why it was told that Mahashayaha is Viralaha. All these dispositions are given. That was the description of a jnani in terms of his attitudes and disposition and how he conducts in life. Vanchana vishva vilaye nadveshastasya cha sthitau yatha jivikaya tasma dhanya aste yatha sukham. Add there, yasmat jnaninaha, vishva vilaye vancha na. Vishva vilaye vancha na. Tasya cha sthitau na dveshaha. Tasya cha sthitau na dveshaha. Tasmad dhanyaha. Add prarabdhavashat. Dhanyaha prarabdhavashat. Yatha, further add praptaya jivikaya. Yatha, add praptaya jivikaya. Yatha sukham aste. So because of this reason, yasmad jnaninaha vishvavilaye vanchana. The jnani has no desire with respect to vishvavilaya. Vishvavilaya is prapanchoparama, cessation of prapancha, to get freed from prapancha, not a samsara. He has already got it. So he has no, that means to withdraw from prapancha, he has no vancha. Vancha means desire. So because this jnani has no desire to withdraw from the prapancha, the jagat, tasya cha sthitau na dveshaha, nor has he got any hatred towards the existence of the prapancha. Means whether prapancha is there or not, he is least bothered. A mumukshu, what about mumukshu? Wants to get away from prapancha. Here he is not there because he is full and complete. Mumukshu is still incomplete, therefore the prapancha is too much, which gives him sorrow. So, see, Tasya means again Vishwasya. Tasya is Vishwasya. Sthitau means in its continuance, the continuance that is in its existence. Nadveshaha, he has no hatred means that means neither he wants its termination nor its existence. He is indifferent towards both. Tasmat, therefore, Dhanyaha, here Dhanyaha is the one who is Vidwan, Jnani. So here Dhanyaha is not simply blessed, but Jnani. Tasmat, Dhanyaha. Prarabdhavashad, in accordance with the Prarabdha, Yatha Praptaya Jivikaya, that means as whatever things come unto him unasked, Yatha Praptaya, whatever that obtains to him or comes to him unasked with respect to Jivika. Jivika means whatever that is required for living. So his livelihood. So with respect to the livelihood, whatever that comes unto him unasked, Yatha Sukham Aste. Aste remains how? Yatha Sukham means happily. So means he is the Santushtaha. Apraptam hi parityajya samprapte samatam gataha adrishta kheda khedo yaha santushtaha iti katyate. He is always content. Why? Apraptam hi parityajya. So not bothering about those things which have not obtained or gained by him. Samprapte samatam gataha. He has got that contentment with whatever that has come to him as per prarabdha. So adrishta kheda khedo yaha. One who has never seen any kheda dukkha, always akheda, free from sorrow, he is called a santushta. Only such a jnani can be so, otherwise it is not possible. So yatha sukham, happily he remains. Krutartho nena jnanena ittevam galitadhi kruti. Krutartho nena jnanenettevam galitadhi kruti. Pashyan shrunvan sprushan jigran ashnan naste yatha sukham. Anena jnanena Krutarthaha. Anena jnanena krutarthaha iti evam galitadhihi. Iti evam galitadhihi kruti. Pashyan shrunvan sprushan jigran ashnan yatha sukham aste. Yatha sukham aste. This person lives like this, conducts oneself like this. How? He has no notions like this also. Anena jnanena, by this knowledge. Which knowledge? Advaita jnanena. By this knowledge, paramartha. Advaita jnana, paramartha jnana. Again ahankara comes there. I am, see, he just abides in swarupa. So if say, I am fulfilled person means, again identification with the body. So, anena, by this knowledge, I am fulfilled person. Iti evam galitadhihi. One who doesn't, galitadhi means, such notion is dropped from whom? Means the person who has not got even such notion that by this knowledge I have become a fulfilled person, accomplished person. At the same time, kruti. Kruti means even though he takes to some actions like eating etc., which are necessary for the So this continuance of the body, even then, in this action, also Kruti, doing this, or Pashyan, seeing, he can't keep his eyes closed all the time. Don't think by, even in discourses, if you keep the eyes closed, do you mean to say? Everything will straight away enter. At least your eyes are open, you will see what is in front of you. When the eyes are closed, what will happen? It will roam all over the world. Don't think by just closing the eyes, everything or something happens. No. On the contrary, that is better to, that means concentrate either on the book or on the speaker, etc. That is the right one. Meditation, okay. In meditation, I think everyone closes the eyes. And it is, I'm not going to, I came to know same. During lunch and dinner, nobody talks. I think in the anteroom whether they talk, I don't know. But I think during breakfast and tea time, it is a marketplace itself. This is not discipline. I don't know. I know you are mature people. I need not repeat like that. Do it like like the primary school teacher with a stick in the hand. I don't expect that. Okay, that's all. It's left to you. Even that, what is it? Mauna. It happens that they come to me and make me talk also. I think that is the safe thing they find. During the period of, I was not that rigid. Anyway, next time I will not let loose like that, okay? I was keeping quiet, etc. Many people are talking during the compulsory Mauna, etc. That's okay. That's not, it is for your own good. So don't think that, at least you must have heard, Vedanta means not that studying more and more books, no. So, sarva vismarana dhruti. If that is not there, who can gain that knowledge? And for that, such keeping Mauna, etc. are usable. Otherwise, it will be like a name is Vedanta camp, but actually holiday camp, Mahabaleshwar. It's nice, very cheap also. You know, you must be knowing, you have got better sense of Vyavahara, okay? It must be damn cheap, so therefore, it is not that you should make best use of it. Okay, that's good. Pash, that is Kruti, that is Pashyan, Srinvan, Sprushan, Jigran, Ashnan, Yatha Sukham Asti. So therefore, even in his interaction like this, which are, that means he can't keep the eyes always closed or ears plugged. So by Pashyan while seeing, Shrunvan while hearing, Sprushan while touching, Jigran smelling, Ashnan eating, Yatha Sukham Asti. He is happy. He happily remains because he is indifferent towards all this because he is already a Swaramaha. Swaramaha, mind is always absorbed in Sarupa. In and through all this, his vision of his true nature is not lost sight of. Shunya drishtirvrutha cheshta vikalani indriyani cha. Na spruha na viraktirva kshina samsara sagare. Kshina samsara sagare, add purushe. Spruha na viraktihi va na, add ataha tasya drishtihi shunya cheshta vrutha indriyani cha vikalani. In the case of this person, same one who has got a jnana nishtha. Who is that person who has got Jnana Nishtha? Kshina Samsara Sagari. The person, Sagare Purushe. Who is that person? So, actually, Kshina Samsara Sagaraha Purushaha is the one like this. Kshinaha Samsara Sagaraha Yasya Saha. The one whose Samsara Sagara is Kshina means is eliminated totally, is destroyed, is gone. So, Kshinaha Samsara Sagaraha Purushaha. That person whose samsara is totally dried up. Kshina you can say, because Sagara is said, we have to say dried up. So, one whose samsara Sagara is totally dried up, in that Purusha, Spruha na. You can't find any Spruha, Trishna. There is no Trishna at all, no hankering for sense object. Oh, then he must be a Vairagyavan. He says, Viraktihi va na. Neither has he got any hankering for sense object, nor dispassion, that is Vairagya for sense object. How is it then? Already told. One who has got Vairagya has got Dvesha for sense object. Other one has got Raga for sense object. As far as this person is concerned, what is he? Nirakangshi. He is indifferent. He is indifferent. So, a Vairagyavan, what will he do? Sense objects come, he will try to run away, or that means he has got hatred toward that. Other person would like to indulge in that because of raga. But he is the one, prarabdhaya as it comes, and what thing he will conduct, but neither raga nor dvesha with this, therefore indifferent. So, spruha, that is na viraktihi va, that means he is totally indifferent. Ataha, therefore, tasya, so therefore, because of this fact that he is totally indifferent towards sense object, because he has neither the hankering nor the vairagya or hatred towards them, so therefore he says, tasya, of that person, drishtihi. Now here drishti means manovyapara. Manovyapara means his mental, that means what his thoughts, etc. at mental level. Manovyapara is shunya. Shunya, blank in the sense sankalpa vikalpa rahita. So he is a person. See, here drishti means manovyapara. Manovyapara in terms of sankalpa vikalpa. So this I think I can have it, that is nice, that is not good, the better avoid it. Like such things, sankalpa, consideration, vikalpa, to do this way or that way, nishchaya, etc., such things are not there in his mind at all. That is what is called shunya drishtihi, means such manovyaparas are not there. Cheshta vrutha. Again is cheshta. Cheshta means physical activities. Kaya vyaparaha. The physical activities are vrutha. Vrutha literally means in vain. Here in vain in the sense, they are not keeping in mind a specific result. It's what is called as phalam anuddishya. Not aimed at a particular result. Generally what is that? Otherwise it is said, phalam anuddishya mandopi na pravartate. Even an ordinary foolish person also will not take to any activity without keeping in mind the result thereof. As far as this person is gone, he may do many things, cheshta, phalam anuddishya. He is not at all bothered. He doesn't want the results of these actions. So this actually, this with the intense nishtha, what is being said here, and indriyani cha vikalane, that is more clear by the last phrase now. Indriyani, his senses are indriyani cha vikalani, not sakalani. Means actually vikalani means what? As if not like a disintegrated, as it were. Means not sharp as such. Actually there is no defect, no physical defect. Don't think he has got some disease. He can't. his eyes are open and he can't see, therefore he's got some problem in the eyes, so he can't hear, etc. Not deaf, etc. Because, see, for senses to be sharp, what is required? Mind has to be behind that. The mind is not available. This fellow must be looking there. He must be lost there in something. It seems, Grand Guru, Chandrasekhara Bharati. Chandrasekhara Bharati, the Grand Guru of present Sringeri Shankaracharya. It says, at times his behavior was very funny. Whenever he used to go for a walk, once or twice it happened, it seems. One attendant always, because Mathadipati, one attendant is always there. So, he was just staring something. For such a long time, in that direction, the attendant also stared. Nothing is seen. And as if something conversing, etc. What? We don't know. What it was. Maybe because he was, as a Mathadipati was Upasak also, he was. That means earlier they are put on very intense Upasana. Maybe he got the darshan of Upasya, Daivata, we don't know what it is. But otherwise also he had that much of Nishtha also. That's why many branded him as a madcap. Afterwards they understood that he is not that mad, because those who came to test him, he made them mad and sent afterwards. So that is what he was. So in fact, a group of people went, it seems, to verify what is actually his stature. So therefore they understood he is not as and in fact, even his intelligence and arguments, reasoning, etc. was very superb. In Tarka, etc., he was a very superb person. Because I just read few of his dialogues, etc., itself shows how precise he was. Now, this Indriyani Chavikalani, as though disintegrated, as though not functioning, because that is, as though he can't cognize the object right in front of the person. Not any defect in that, the mind is not available, mind is engrossed in the Swarupa, that is how it is. So this is that means the disposition of this person. Na jagarti na nidrati, nonmilati na milati. Aho paradasha kvapi vartate mukta chetasaha. Jnani na jagarti. Jnani to be added. Jnani add. Na jagarti yataha na unmilati. Na yataha na unmilati. Then na milati, na milati, na nidrati. Aho mukta chetasaha kvapi paradasha vartate. Kvapi paradasha vartate. Jnani. So this jnani, see here you see, when you take jnani, not simply jnani, here is jnana nishtha. One has got firm abidance in Swarupa. Swarupa jnana. Jnani na jagarti. So, now listen carefully, okay? Na jagarti means he is not awake. Acha. Either he must be dreaming or sleeping. What is jagrana? I know translation, I know waking state. Anyone who can give definition? Indriyai arthopalabdhi jagaritam. I have given these definitions, in Panchadashi, first chapter commentary. Indriyaihi arthopalabdhi jagaritam. Waking is the state wherein you have got arthopalabdhi. Arthopalabdhi literally means perception of the sense object, which includes also the actions at the organs of action level. Means the performance of actions with the karmendriyas and perception through jnanendriyas, where it is possible, that is what is jagritam. Indriyaihi arthopalabdhi. So that is what is jagritam. So means the one in the waking state, there is an interaction with sense objects through indriyas, because in dream also interaction is there, but without the medium of senses. But here, means see, in dream you see, hear, taste, touch or not, but are you making use of these eyes, these ears? No. It's all projection of whose projection? Mental projection. But in the waking, no, you are making use of the eyes, nose, ears, tongue, etc. that way. So indriyahi means the functions of the gross, the functions of the senses at the physical body level is, that means involved in the waking state. So means, so that is interacting, here what actually means, na jagarti means, should not be taken simply like that, he is not awake, etc. Doesn't interact with the sense objects, because he has nothing to get from those except prarabdha vashad, whatever that takes place, that is fine. So, that is na jagarti means he is jagrat avasthavan na bhavati. In the sense, how do you say so? Because the reason is given why he is not jagarti. The reason is na unmilati. Actually, unmilati means opens. Milati means closes. He doesn't open. What does it not open? Senses. He doesn't open means he doesn't interact through the senses with the vishaya, sense object. So, in the sense, bahya vishayan na anusandhatte. Na anumate doesn't open means through the senses doesn't interact with the sense objects. That's why na jagarti means bahir vishayan anusandhanat. That is the reason. No interaction through the sense external senses, that is what is said as na jagarti. That's the reason is given. Na unmilati means doesn't interact with the sense object through the senses. Then, what he must be doing? He must be running away from the sense object or withdrawing oneself from the sense object. No, that also no. Na milati. So, na milati again doesn't close. Doesn't close means not that he withdraws from the sense object or runs away from the sense object. Again, what is to be kept in the mind? He is indifferent, nirakamshi, indifferent toward that. Neither he has got hatred nor he has got any liking for this sense object. Whether they are there or not there, he is totally indifferent toward that. Na milati. Further, na nidrati. So, again, he doesn't see, in sleep what happens? Don't take this jagarana, etc. as literally waking up or sleeping, etc. In sleep what happens? One is totally impervious of the things around, is it not? So like that, see, no, not like that. In the sense, so even though the Jagat is there, in and through what he cognizes? Brahma. He cognizes Brahma only, therefore he is not asleep, and not that he has totally withdrawn from these as such. He simply cognizes what is that? Brahma only. So that means na nidrate, doesn't sleep means because he doesn't interact with the doesn't interact through the senses nor withdraws from them. That is what is said. Na nidrate means that what he does is sarvan vishayan brahmatvena pashyati. Like A Tikakara says, Jadonmattavat, like a person who is Jada like Bharata, no, Jada Bharata. But he was indifferent. Unmattaha, as if a mad person. So means you can't predict how he behaves. So like that, his behavior cannot be predicted at all. Why? Sarvan Vishayan Brahmatvena Pashyati. This is not just lip service. In and through the direct cognition of Brahman is there in the case of this person. So therefore, it is explained so that he is in such a state which is something which cannot be described, the most exalted state. Aho in terms of wonder. A wonder in terms of that means great accomplishment this person has achieved. Mukta Chetasaha, of the person who is Mukta Chetas, whose Antakarana Mukta means one who has got such this abidance in the knowledge of oneself. Kwapi, anywhere, Paradasha Vartate. His state is anywhere, anywhere under any circumstances. Paradasha. Paradasha means a highly exalted state. Utkrishtavastha. Utkrishtavastha. Not even means it is something exalted than even this. See, a mumukshu, a jnani, let us say, taking to nididhyasana, withdrawing from the world, making the mind absorbed in the Sarupa, all is with respect to, with the help of deliberate efforts. Whereas this person is what? Automatically, naturally he is what? He is lost in the Swarupa appreciation. So that is how it is. So a sadhaka with Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Again further repeated Nididhyasana taking to Samadhi in terms of absorption of the mind in Swarupa is one, because all he does with deliberate effort. Very good, commendable. But here is a person who is indifferent about everything and he is lost in the Swarupa. Of course, he must have taken to this practice earlier, but now no more practice is required, totally engrossed in the Swarupa. In and through the Jagat, he need not run away from the Jagat. In and through the Jagat, he is able to appreciate only the Brahma, that is what the basis of entire Jagat. You can't say even the basis, because when you say Brahma is the basis of Jagat, to say Brahma is the basis of Jagat, cognition of Jagat, is required. You discard the Nama Rupa and take Asti Bhati Priyam as the basis. No, in and through the Jagat, what he sees is nothing but Brahma only. To such state he has reached. So therefore, Paradasha Vartate, anywhere, under any circumstances whatsoever, Paradasha, Utkrishtavastha. Even you can't say Turiya. Turiya is with respect to earlier three with efforts. Is natural for this person. Sarvat, all these are description of this person. Sarvatra drishyate swasthas sarvatra vimalashayah. Samastavasana mukto muktas sarvatra rajate. Sarvatra swasthaha drishyate. This person is seen like this, means that he is like this. Sarvatra, everywhere. What is that everywhere? Sukhe dukkhe cha. Whether what he faces is sukha or dukkha, in both joys and sorrows. Swasthaha. Swastha means swastha chittaha. You can take swastha as swasmin sthitaha, but here swastha chittaha. His mind is at ease. For other persons, what happens? Harsha, shoka are there? No. Mind that is neither elated because sukha is there, nor dejected because there is dukkha. So, sarvatra swastaha drishyate, seen. So also, sarvatra vimalashayaha. So, depending on the context, the sarvatra meaning differs. Again here, sarvatra, that is sarvatram here with respect to shatrau mitra ucha, with respect to friends and foes, whether enemies or friends, his disposition is what? Vimalashayaha. Ashaya here is antakarna. His antakarna is pure, in the sense, generally for a common man, what is the attitude with respect to Shatru and Mitra? Dvesha for Shatru, Raga for Mitra. No. That is Samatva. That is what? Samana Darshi. Why? For him there is no Shatru nor Mitru. And how this Sarvatra Shatru Mitru you take? From the world standpoint. From world standpoint, Shatru Mitru are there. So he is Samana. That is what is meant is Samana Darshi. Shuni Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Shapake Cha Panditaha Samadarshinaha. In and through all these, Samadarshana is what? Brahma Darshana only. So he doesn't have such notions. So Vimalashayaha, Vimala Antakarna, pure Antakarna means such Raga Dvesha with respect to them or the notions about them is not there. This person is Samasta Vasana Muktaha. The one who is totally free from all Vishaya Vasana. Vasana here is Samasta Vishaya Vasanabhyaha Muktaha. The one who is totally free from all Vishaya Vasana. Sarvatra Rajati. Sarvatra again. Sarvasu Dashasu. Under any circumstances whatsoever, Rajati. Rajati means outshines, because Rajati Deepyate means outshines. Why? Purnatma Darshitva. In and through, that means in and through any situation whatsoever, he doesn't lose sight of his Purna Swarupa, Atma Swarupa. Therefore he excels, he outshines. Pashyan Shrunvan Sprushan Jigran Ashnan Grunhan Vadan Vrijan. Ihita nihitair mukto mukta eva mahashayaha. First line as it is. Second line. Ihita nihitaihi muktaha mahashayaha muktaha eva. While he is pursuing the world, so in and through his interaction with the world, what is it? Pashyan, seeing, Shrunvan, hearing, Sprushan, touching, Jigran, smelling, Ashnan, eating, Grinhan, taking something, Vadan, speaking, Vrajan, walking. In and through all these activities or perception, this person is always free from Mahashayaha. We have seen the meaning Mahashayaha. What is Mahashayaha? Mahati Atmani Brahmani Ashayam Antakaranam Yasya Saha. Ashayaha, not Ashayam. Ashayaha means Antakaranam Yasya Saha. The one whose mind is absorbed in Brahma, so that person, Ihita nihitaihi muktaha. Free from Ihita means Raga. Anihita means Dvesha. Or Ichha, that is Ihita nihitaihi. So, Ichha Dveshaihi. Ihita you can take Raga or Ichha. Anihita means na ihita, not desired, means Dvesh, whatever that is, hated. So, Ihita nihitaihi means Ichha Dveshaihi or Raga Dveshaihi. Muktaha. So one who is free from Raga Dvesha, in and through all these actions or perception, that person, that Mahashayaha, Muktaha eva. Second Muktaha is, he is the one who is really liberated from samsara. That is the person who is truly liberated from samsara, has no Raga Dveshas with respect to anything whatsoever in the entire creation. Though he may conduct oneself in the Jagat, may not run away from the Jagat, but in and through whatever passion, that is seeing, hearing, etc., interaction, he is totally free from raga dvesha, such a person is the one who is liberated from this samsara. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तम्